Hey, good Monday, everybody. How you all doing? Another beautiful day in paradise. Was a little chilly this morning. There's UK. Hi, UK. It is good morning for UK, right? Yeah. Or is it evening? It's evening.
Midnight.
It's midnight. It's late for UK. Oh, welcome UK. Yeah, it was chilly this morning. It was like 52, and there's Cooking with Rick. Hi, Cooking with Rick. Rick, come aboard. Hey, Google. Good day.
Hi, Lucky Dog. The time is 6 p.m. Currently in DeLand it's 80 and sunny. The forecast tonight is 67 and clear. By the way, don't forget to set out trash. Have a nice day.
She's always telling me to set out the trash, so... I see Denny's on. Hi, Denny. How's things going over on the other side of the state?
Hi, Denny. You know? Hi, UK. Hi, Rick.
Everybody's here right on time there. It was cold this morning, and it's like you're sitting here with a blanket on. Of course, you know, when you live in Florida, you get cold when it gets down to anything below 70, you're freezing, you know. But this afternoon, it's like 81 now. It got real nice. Got the doors all open, fans running, and great weather. You can't beat it. I love this time of year. We put up with about 3, maybe 4 months, and then it's of real hot weather, and then it gets beautiful for about 8 months. You know, so it's good. Rick says, "Wow, 80, they're hot." Yeah, you know, after you're here for a while, 80 doesn't really feel hot. You know, it really, you know, it all depends on the humidity. If the humidity is down in the dew points, it don't feel bad at all, and that kind of went away about a week or two ago, and so then it doesn't feel so hot. So it's really all about humidity, you know, on it. Sue said, "Yeah, beautiful day, chilly morning, 52, then 82 this afternoon." Rick says it's 50 here right now. That's pretty good. And Denny says it's nice there. So yeah, 50. That's not bad. I believe Pennsylvania. I believe. Did I get that right?
Who's that?
Rick. I think it's Pennsylvania, Rick. Am I right on it?
Pittsburgh?
Pittsburgh? I don't know. You gotta excuse my short-term memory. I can't remember nothing now, but I believe it was up there. So if anybody out there, check out Cooking with Rick's video, and he has all these cooking videos. He got some great ones, some really good. You can make supper every night just by looking at his videos. So yeah, so he's right. He's PA, so I thought so. So yeah, this weekend we went over by the beach. There's a shrimp boat up in Ormond Beach that the line's broke, and it's been since the 15th of October. It got stranded up on the beach, and so I did a video, and gone down to 38 tonight, so that's chilly. Last night was a little chilly here. I said 50s, lower 50s. I get cold.
You didn't turn the air on.
No, I had fans running all night. So, oh, you're welcome, Rick. But so anyways, we went over and seen this shrimp boat, and I did the video. I had a chance to watch the video. Check out the video on the shrimp boat, and it was cool. We went over early in the morning and went down the beach and got some video of the shrimp boat, and it's still sitting there. They're trying to figure out how to get this shrimp boat off of the shore. I mean, it's right on the beach, and they had the other day. The tide came in, had a high tide, and they tried to get it out, but it didn't work, and their anchor line broke again, and it actually moved further south, which put it right there by where the road comes in. And UK says, "Look at our temperature." What is your temperature, UK? So it moved on down, and it's stuck there again. So they're going to get it out sooner or later. I think the Coast Guard's working on it. They're going to get like a big tugboat, and I think I heard it's coming in from Jacksonville, and they're going to hook onto it, and yeah, and drag it on out. You know.
Yeah, Coast Guard.
Rick says, "UK, I bet it's cold there." Yeah, UK, keep us wondering, what is the temperature over there in the United Kingdom? It's probably pretty chilly over there, because you guys get cold the same time. It's 5 Celsius. Okay, Google, what is 5 Celsius in Fahrenheit?
5 degrees Celsius equal 41 degrees Fahrenheit.
So it's 41 degrees over in the United Kingdom. So yeah, that's pretty chilly, UK. That's colder than I like it, you know. It's I just don't do well in the cold weather. I mean, I just get miserably cold. It's weird. My face gets cold. One side of my face gets really cold. I don't know why, and it aches, but I don't know why it does that. UK says 5-mile-an-hour wind, so it's not too bad. Yeah, close to us, UK. Yeah, usually, yeah, looks like Pennsylvania and United Kingdom. Yeah, pretty much go across that. Well, you know, if I guess if you look at the maps and look at what they call latitudes, and is it latitude or longitude? Latitudes.
Side to side.
And go straight across and go around the world, you're pretty close to our northern United States. It would be the same as what United Kingdom is, so that the weather patterns should be fairly close to the same. I'm sure things are a little bit different. Hey, there's Rick. He's our good neighbor from the next town over. How's everything going, Rick? So now we got two Ricks. We got Cooking Rick and we got Rick Berry. So we'll figure you out between. So yeah, Rick lives just the next town over from us. So
okay, guys, just stay with easier. Cooking with Rick and Rick Berry.
Cooking with Rick and Rick Berry. So we get a whole thing. It's like for a while there, it seemed like there was Bob's. Everywhere was Bob's, you know. So
we call him Rick B.
Rick B and Rick. So we'll figure it all out. No, so.
Well, yeah.
Hi, Rick.
Chef
Rick says Rick. You know. Yeah, Chef Rick. Yeah. Yeah, Cooking Rick. That's some pretty interesting. There's Ted.
Cooking Rick.
Ted Warg. I'm probably always saying your name wrong. It's W-A-R-G Warg. So, hi Ted. Another Pennsylvania. So we're well representative from Big Rick. There we go. We got Big Rick and Rick and Jeff B's here. So we got the whole crew coming aboard. That's pretty cool. Jeff B is he got a new drone he's been playing with. He got a Spark, and we've been talking back and forth there. And I think he got his maiden flight in on that. So he's able to get that up in the air on that opening scene where you seen me by the river there. That was taken from my drone. We went to a park in Ormond. I'm gonna be making a video about that park and be putting that up here in the next week or so. I got another video coming out tomorrow morning. It's a sunrise drive to Daytona, and it's kind of cool. And got some drone videos at the end of that one, so you can check that one out. That'll be out, I think, like 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. That one will come out. So, that's my newest videos. So, that's cool. Well, glad to see everybody come on board. You got a full house tonight. That's really cool.
Yeah, we're good.
So, but yeah, last weekend was good. We went out flying. Oh, Potter County. So, Ted's in Potter County, Pennsylvania. Went out flying some RC on Sunday. But it was kind of windy when I got out there, and we had little rain last week, and over that way they had about 6 inches of rain, and their flying field had water. It was soggy, wet, and windy, and they said the day before it was really wet, so it really had dried out a lot overnight. But so it wasn't the best RC flying conditions on Sunday, so we didn't stay very long out there on Sunday. It says North Cumberland County here, so I've been across Pennsylvania. Usually I would go across when I lived in Ohio. I always like to go to Ocean City, Maryland, and I'd take the Pennsylvania Turnpike and go across the mountains there. And so whatever towns cross there, that's where I'm very familiar with that area of Pennsylvania. I've been through that way many times. I'd go just about every summer. I'd go out to Ocean City, Maryland. That was my favorite beachside place to go. And so now living down here, I have our own beach just down the road, so we don't have to drive 12 hours to get across to the beach now. So that makes it a lot nicer. Beach was really nice, you know. Then he says we got the old 650 out, had to charge the battery overnight, and started right up. That's cool. And Denny has my old 650 Suzuki. That's a great bike. I tell you what, that's by far the best bike I've ever owned. And so Denny's got it. His wife rides it now, so they got the 650 out, and that's cool. Get out and ride it out.
Is that your bike?
That was my old bike.
Suzuki?
Yeah, that was my old bike. So And Rick says, Bob, that Oscar in the tank behind you. Yeah, that's my Oscar. He's kind of below my shoulder there. I call him Oscar the Grouch. Oscar, I've only had him now, what, about 3 weeks?
Yeah.
Something like that. And he's a pig. Oscar will, I'll put food in there and he'll take it right out of my fingers and he will munch down on that thing. The other two are iridescent sharks and they get food. So you don't think they're getting as much food as they are, but they're getting a lot of food. And but anyways, there's Oscar. That's Oscar the Grouch. He's our newest fish. So he's a lot of fun.
Ted's comment.
Ted said, yeah, did you watch Robert's live on Friday? He said he could probably do a meetup. Yeah, I did. I think planning on the way it sounds right now, possibly the 13th of November. It'll be on a Tuesday. I haven't nailed that down with him yet, but that's what we're looking at because Robert talked about being here on Monday, but the brewery's closed on Monday. And so he did say that Tuesday would be a better day. So right now, tentatively, the date's not set in stone yet, but it looks like the 13th, I believe, we'll be doing a meetup with Traveling with Robert there. So he'll be coming up this way. I think he had a place up here in Flagler Beach he wanted to check out, so he'll probably be camping up in that area.
Yeah, we'll probably have to confirm with him.
Yeah, after it gets a little here closer there, I'll have to confirm with him and see what's going on. I'm sure the next Friday night's chat, he'll probably kind of nail those down. He will get a chance to use his truck. He hasn't been able to get enough miles in his truck yet to pull the mini tinny, and so he was going to do some little ground, and then he was a little trip. I think he's going up to Georgia and that, and come up here through Daytona. So that'll be fun. Meet up with Robert. So keep everybody posted on that meetup. If anybody get a chance to come down this way, Denny could. Denny could make it over. So.
Yeah, Rick and Denny are close.
Yeah. So Rick says my 2 tinfoil barbs are pigs. Yeah, tinfoil barbs will get pretty good size. They'll eat up really good, I used to have some really big tinfoil barbs on it, so they're a fun fish. You get the pretty red tails on them and that. So and I said yes, Ted. He did mention that. Ted said that's awesome, and said. UK, would you like to hear a sad story? Well, okay, we'll hear it sad, but we won't be too sad. So, yeah, UK, tell us a sad story. Tonight I'm having LaCroix. This is pretty good. This one here is a, what flavor is this? Oh, it's lime. Cherry lime. And this one's pretty good. So it's just basically flavored water. Not like Robert and his IPA. I wouldn't mind having IPA, but actually IPA is not my favorite beer. I like porters, stouts, browns, Belgium ales. Those are my favorites on it. IPA is the last one I chose, but I know what a good IPA should taste like because I was a beer judge for a while. UK says a bug outside kicked the bucket. 2018. RAP bug. Poor bug. That's really going to bug me now. That was a good one, Jenny. Oh yeah, Denny wanted to know if it was raining up there, Jeff. I think Ohio is raining. I seen someone say something about it was raining up there. I did see a friend we went to school with is getting ready to move down here to Port Orange, just real close to us, and I think she was leaving. I seen where she was packing up, so that was what was her name? Who?
Dee.
Oh, Dee Hackett was her name. So yeah, we all went. I don't know if Denny knew her or not, but
was she the oldest or she have an older?
I don't think. No, I know her mom and dad. Went to church with her mom and dad. So anyway, she's moving down this way. I don't know if Denny knew her or not. But it's funny that it happened to be her grandkids or somebody kids lived right down here close to us. So that's interesting. UK says also we have no separate stalls. So
Toilet stalls.
Huh?
Toilet stalls.
Oh, toilet stalls. That's what he was talking about. Oh.
You missed the comment from Cooking with Rick.
Oh, okay, UK, if you use public toilet, wipe it down good because it has grass. Oh, I did miss that one. So if one gets by me, then I get out of the loop, So Yeah, I heard that too. I heard that a lot of them don't have separate stalls over there in the United Kingdom, you know. So Jeff says in beginner mode is working out good, but try hard to get better with the gimbal, Bob. Yeah, you know, when you first learn to fly, you'll find a finer touch, a lighter touch on your sticks, Jeff. Takes very little to move it, and what I had learned to do to take videos to slow way down and so my film is slow and smooth, not jerky, you know, and that takes me a while to get used to that. I don't know, Jeff, if you check on your controller or not. There's a thing in their settings called Expo. Expo, what it does, it softens your sticks up and you can add more. I have mine set at like 40%, so something you might check into is Expo. You set that up and it'll soften your sticks up a little bit on you. Rick says, Bob, does your tank have a wet and dry filter on it? Yeah, it does. What I have in my tank is I built my filter. This it sets in one of these plastic storage containers, and I took one of these 3 drawers, plastic drawers that you buy to put stuff in, and I drill holes in it, and it filters the water down through that. I've got one has lava rock on it, another one has floss on it, and then it filters down through and pumps it back. And so it is a wet dry or a sump filter that I use on all my tanks, but I build them because they're cheap to build, a lot cheaper than buying one. So, but that's what I use for filtration. Plus I have a hang on the back filter too on each of them. Yeah. So Rick says today is my birthday. Well, happy birthday, Rick. Sue will have to sing because I can't sing for you.
Happy birthday to you. I don't sing very well, but I can sing happy birthday. But we can't sing it all because it's copyrighted.
Oh, well, I don't know if that got a copyright. Anyway, so happy birthday, Rick. Everybody say happy birthday, Rick. Just says I'm slowly tweaking the settings. Yeah, it takes a while. Even long as I've flown RC forever, and it still takes me a while to get things tweaked out, you know. So anyway, that's cool. So we got Rick says I've seen that before. Yeah, I make all kinds of different filters and stuff. Anything, I like to build stuff. I like to tinker. So that's one reason, you know. And oh yeah, and Rick, Jeff was asking Denny, talking about me about the rain. Yeah, Denny was wondering if it was raining up in Pennsylvania. Well, actually, Jeff's in Tennessee. Oh, that's probably why. Because Wichita's close to Tennessee, isn't it? Where's Denny's son at?
South Carolina.
South Carolina. It's okay. I'm all off. I don't know where I'm at. Everybody reports in. Is it raining where you're at? It's beautiful here. It's not a cloud in the sky. It's gorgeous today. So, hey, Halloween's this week. What, Wednesday is Halloween.
Yes.
So I don't know if y'all have any guys get trick-or-treaters that come to your house? We don't here. I don't. In all the years every time I buy candy,
we have to eat it.
We have to eat it, and that's so hard when you have to eat the candy, you know. But yeah, actually Wednesday's Halloween. Some places celebrated Halloween last weekend. Some will be celebrating it next weekend, but the actual day for Halloween is this Wednesday. And so I don't know, did any of you guys get trick-or-treaters come to your house? You know, it's like I tell them, I says, hey, get out of here, go get a job, get your own candy. I'm the old grumpy guy. Oh, there's bikes, boats, and I never got
Scott.
Yeah, Scott. Raining in Fleetwood, Pennsylvania, so Scott's on. Hey, we got 3 from Pennsylvania. How do you like that? That's pretty awesome. It's like we're just gathering them all up from Pennsylvania. That's pretty cool. So yeah, check out Bikes, Boats, and Bivouacs. Check out his page. He's got some great videos. He got some. He's done some reviews on campers. He's got some on motorcycles. He's got some pages on. He did some review of camping parks. So and that's Scott. Good to see Scott come aboard.
We have Scott, Ted and Scott probably seen each other on Robert's
channel, yeah.
And then who was the other one? Cooking with Rick.
Cooking with Rick.
Yes, that's
so I got 3 Pennsylvania.
That's right.
So, Rick says we do. The wife hands out the candy, And Jeff B says, not yet, but moving in later tomorrow and Wednesday. Will be a total washout there. All right. It says Sunbury, Pennsylvania. I know where Sunbury is. Here, bikes. So kids came out last night. Denny said over there where he's at. So they're we don't. You know, I said I've. Oh, you're welcome, Scott. No problem. I like to promote channels. You know, it's like a lot of us are small channels, and it helps us grow. Yeah, and it's fun to get more people coming on the chats and leaving comments when you put up new videos and that, and so it just makes it fun. You go through a lot of work putting your videos up and stuff, and it's good to get recognized and have people see what you're doing. So I like to promote everybody.
We couldn't tell what kind of bike Scott had there. You have to tell us about the bikes. We could just barely see him on his video.
I'm thinking he has a Harley, and I believe Scott, is that your wife has her own too? I'm guessing from what I watched that looks like your wife rides one, and that you have one also. And Cookin' Rick says here we're here from PA because you Sue remind us of the Amish. Yeah. Well, we grew up in the Amish country in Ohio, Holmes County, Ohio, where we both grew up. Tons of Amish over there, you know.
Lancaster, PA,
and Lancaster,
Holmes County, Ohio.
Well, those are the two largest in the world, Lancaster, PA, and Holmes County, Ohio. And Scott says Harley switchbacks, and my wife, mine rides Suzuki Savage 650. So hey, that's really like the one Denny's got there. Denny has the it's the S40 Suzuki. I believe it was the Savage 650. It was mine, and Denny brought it for his wife, and so now he rides my old 650. And we have a what do we have? A Yamaha V-Star 1300 is what we have.
Down here.
You know, so just said I didn't get out to fly today, but going out tomorrow. I'll try to get the video to you so you can grade me. Cool, yeah. It's like, and it's fun to be able to see your videos and that. So I enjoy. Quite a few. I did a video over the ocean. Some guy was fishing. He caught some stingrays out there, and you could see them down the coast and over the marshland there, where they call the loop. You know, so. I did get that, and I did another one at a park. I'm going to be making another video be coming out that I took the drone up over a park, and that was pretty cool. As Scott says, S40 is the new name for the Savage. So yeah, that's what I love that bike. That I tell you what, that was the my favorite bike I've ever owned. I've had a lot of bikes, and that thing was it was light, easy to ride, had enough power. I mean, it wasn't speed demon, but had enough power. You'd go right down the road, and I just think that was just the ideal bike, you know. Oh, Denny said now he's got a 900 Cal. Those friend of mine had a Kawasaki. And those are fast.
I didn't know what you meant.
Oh, I bet that's a
900 Cal.
Yeah, 900 Kawasaki is a motorcycle.
I'm thinking a big cow.
Oh, any date on the drone film from motorcycle? Well, I haven't figured that one out yet. It's kind of hard to operate the drone and film the bike at the same time. Almost have to get someone to run the drone and film the bike. So that's a good one. I don't know. I'd have to trust myself that it would follow me.
Follow me mode,
yeah.
You gotta figure it out.
Yeah, and I haven't played with that too much, but I'll work on that, Scott. I'll see what I can come up with. Sue said lots of Amish are out in Northeast Ohio, PA, some down here in Sarasota. True. Yeah. And Rick says, Bob, when you lived in Ohio, did you ever? You and Sue, did you ever eat at Rack's roast beef? I worked there in '80. Yeah, I remember a Rack's.
Yes, there's one in Mansfield. We didn't eat at one together.
Yeah,
but I've been to one.
Yeah, and I've been to one. Me and Sue knew each other all the way back from high school, and then we got together after I had lived in Florida for many years, and then she come down to see me, and she never left. So, we've been here together now, what, 4 years? And so, that's all. What's that?
I'm just reading.
Oh, so Jeff says, but I don't have an ocean and beautiful beach to record. Well, but you got probably some mountains and beautiful scenery there in Tennessee. So you should have some good stuff. There's always plenty of things to take good videos of, you know. And Sue says, I meant you meant 900-pound cow. That'd be a big cow. Put Sue on the back with the controls. Yeah, I could possibly do that. You know, I don't know. She had issues flying RC. She's tried. You know. I'll figure that out. It will follow you, but I'd have to figure that out because I did set it up one time where it does the follow me mode, and I could walk around and it would stay wherever I go. It'd follow me right down on it. So the thing is, I'm very cautious with it because it's not an inexpensive drone. I think overall I had with extra batteries, and I had like almost $1,500 in this drone. So I'm very cautious with it. So Scott said there was a Rax in Gilbertyville, PA, in the.
No, Bike Explosive Bivouac said that. Oh.
That's Scott.
Yeah. Scott said there's a Rax.
Yeah. So they're in PA. Yeah, I've eaten at Rax. It's been a long time.
The last one I thought it was in Mansfield or Ontario.
Gilbertville. So,
yeah.
So Rick says all our Rax closed in the early '90s. Well, the other day when we went over to do the film the video on the shrimp boat, we come back and Sue, she likes to eat out, and she goes, let's eat out. And I go, I had all my filming equipment, and I don't like just leave it in the car. I said, well, I'll have to get fast food. Well, so I got this bright idea. Up north, you probably have, what do they call it?
White Castle.
White Castle. And down here in the south, they have, they call Crystals. And, you know, same thing. They're the ones that's got the little hamburgers,
like
little sliders, you know, and onions. And I haven't had one of those for a long time. So this was my idea, you know. I said, well, let's just stop up here at Little Castle, you know. And if anybody ever visit the Daytona Beach area, the area right along the Speedway, where the Daytona International Speedway is, all the fast food restaurants in there, most of those, it's not, the help is crap. I mean, you just get bad service, bad thing, and usually the food quality don't seem as good. So if you ever visit Daytona, that's not the best place to go get fast food. But anyway, so we got it. It wasn't all that great. You know, it's like, my bad. So, speaking of fast food. It was
not good.
Yeah, I mean, it was eatable, but it was, I could have picked a better place to eat, you know, so. So Rick says, sorry, I'm back. I had to eat dinner. What'd you have good for dinner, Rick? I made potato soup yesterday. We had it left over, so we had that for dinner. And Cooking Rick says, New York, they have White Castle. So, yeah, we used to eat white. And every once in a while, I just like, hey, that sounds good. And so that, but it wasn't, you know. Cracker Barrel's good there. Yeah, Cracker Barrel's good. I like the Cracker Barrel by the Speedway. Oh, Rick had pizza. That sounds good. I haven't made a pizza for a while. I'll have to do that again. Make another pizza up.
Homemade or takeout? Homemade or takeout?
Yeah.
Homemade or delivery?
Oh, Jeff says, I'm confused about some guys that are using their phone connected to the controller, and some are using their phone only. I think the Spark probably doesn't connect to your controller where like mine does. Yours runs, it sets up its own Wi-Fi, and you get your signal or your picture back from your Wi-Fi. It'll fly without your phone. It'll fly with just the controller alone. The phone is basically how you can see where you're flying at and how you can stop pictures from it. So that's basically what your phone operation is. It does some other things, you know, but the one I have is a little different. It does connect with a USB cord into my phone from the controller, and it's part of the. That's why the distance. Mine will have a little further distance, you know. The Nero. I was saying it wrong. I know what you're talking about, Rick. He had for pizza. The Nero. And then Scott said, DiGiorno. See?
Is it homemade or delivery?
It's DiGiorno.
DiGiorno. That's funny.
So Scott says, I made homemade baked lima and beans with bacon and Bergs and sauce hot dog. That sounds good. You do a video? It's like, I need to do more videos when I cook. Every once in a while I go, you know, it's Cooking Rick will tell you about that. It's hard to cook and video at the same time. I need to use my tripod more. I try to hold it, and when I'm making the video, I'm talking about something and I'm not focused on the pan or whatever. So, but it is, it's not easy, you know, to do that. And Rick says, my wife Holly as a manager at McDonald's. Oh, that's cool. I like the Big Macs, and I love McDonald's fish sandwich. You know, that's probably my favorite. And their fries are good. Yeah. Sue says, Scott, that sounds yummy. I love lima. I like lima beans, and I love bacon. Who doesn't like bacon? If you don't love bacon, there's something wrong with you. You know? So Rick says, Sue, I made lima beans pot pie with bacon. It's delicious. That sounds good. So I like I like a good pot pie. I get those cheap pot pies and put them there. Not that good, but I should try to make one of my own. You know.
They both sound good.
Sue likes to make. Oh, Rick said, yeah, I use a tripod. Well, you know, that's what I normally do. I got this little thing right here. I'll put my phone on this, and when I was trying to do that last video, this spreads out like a tripod. And see, I tightened it up now. Well, while I was trying to do that cooking video, the last one, this thing kept falling down on me. I couldn't hold the camera up. What it is, there's a screw here in the bottom, right there, that was loose, and I finally tightened it up, and so I can use it. I have other tripods too, but I do got to learn when I do a cooking video to use the tripod. I'll get a stiller shot and better. So it's when I cook, I'm at it so fast. It seems like when I add the filming of it into it, it's like, man, it takes a lot of effort. So it's Rick does a really good job of filming his cooking videos. He does an excellent job on it. So Jeff says, yes, it has a cord to connect to the controller, and that's how I'm using it. Okay, well, that makes sense. Like I have a duplicate controls that way. Right. You can still fly the thing without your phone on, you know. It'll fly without that. Phone just gives you what you see what you're doing. Oh, and so Rick said he had a video on the, I think it was the lima bean ones. I'll have to check that one out. And then he says, sounds good, Rick. Scott said, I did not. My cooking videos, I will limit to cooking in my cast iron pots on charcoal, and they are my winter videos since most of the toys are put away for the winter. Yeah, it's. I used to do a lot of cooking with a cast iron pot over the fire and that when I did a lot of camping. You know, UK says cooking videos are great for getting views. Yeah, I mean they're great. In fact, they're great for getting recipes. You know. Cooking Rick says, no, Bob, it's not a tripod. It's that anal simulator. I was just kidding. So Rick Berry, he says, I'll have to check out his channel. Yeah, check out Cooking with Rick's. He's got some great videos on there with cooking and that. So, and does a few interviews, or like the few reviews. He reviewed the copper pan. He had an electric one he did there, and did some pork chops. Those pork chops look delicious, you know. Jeffy, so I'll get you some pictures and actual video so far, so you can see it. Yeah, I'd love to see it. You know, I'd love to see your videos. I'll watch a lot of videos people do with their drones and that. Scott said I made one cooking video so far. Thank you, Rick. Jeffy, that's funny. We made potato soup yesterday too. Yeah, I just got emotion. I go, hey Sue, I'm gonna make some potato soup in. I don't know, when I cook, I don't measure much, so my recipe changes a little bit from time to time, and this time came out really, really good. I mean, it was probably one of the best potato soups I've made, you know. It was a little cooler yesterday, so it was just a good day for potato soup, you know. And Sue said, our friends we hear from England last year, and we went to eat with them, and I had lima beans. They pronounced them lima beans. And we laughed, and now we call them limey beans. So, hey, UK, do you ever get that? Call your lima beans limey beans? Because we tease our UK friends when they come over because of the way they talk.
I can't understand them.
Oh, especially Ian. It's like, what'd you say, Ian? You know, and so we just have a good time harassing each other about the way we talk and the way they talk. So we call them limey beans.
In honor of our limey friends.
Our limey friends. Sue said, that's funny. Rick must have been that kind of a day. So Rick Berry, he says, I really, I make a really good 15 bean soup with ham, shanks. Great, that sounds delicious. you know. Yeah, Scott said, do you add cheese to your potato soup? Yes, I did. I just used that, just the package of shredded cheese. I used the, that one was called Fiesta Blend, and I put a whole pack. It was like 8 ounces in that. And I put that cheddar cheese in it, and I put, I got this seasoning that I got at Walmart, and I put a little of this seasoning. What's it called? I can't remember the name of the seasoning. But anyway, it's on my video. So, but that seasoning put in it, and I put some cayenne pepper in it, and put in garlic, fresh garlic, and onions, and so it really came out good. So Cooking Rick said, you can bikes. Sounds, yeah, you can make videos. So Rick says, or Jeff says, Rick, that's good stuff when it's made that way. Yeah, I love making a cheese soup. I made a beer cheese soup that's really good. I've made, just put cheese in other soups, you know. Chili, I like to make a good chili. My thing with chili, I'm always trying to find a good recipe. I don't like my chili so sour or tart, and by using crushed tomatoes, it seems like it's better. But if you want to take the time to actually...
It's called Badia Complete Seasoning.
Badia Complete Seasoning. I love that stuff. I get that at Walmart. Use that in a lot of things. But anyways, you take your own tomatoes and cook them down. I think you get a little better, not so tart. I don't like anything very tart. And sometimes my chili gets tartar and I like it, you know. And Rick said, yes, sir. And so I made my homemade ham and bean soup with the other night. My 17-year-old son, Zach, tore it up. That really sounds good. Ham and bean soup. I haven't had that for a while. That sounds good. Maybe...
I used to make that all the time.
Oh, do you put sour cream in chili, Rick said? Yeah, I do. I put sour cream in it, and sometimes I put cheese in it. The last time I put mozzarella cheese in my chili. That was pretty good, you know. Jeff B says, cheese will be the death of me. Oh, I love cheese. Cheese is good. And I tell you, Florida don't have the best cheese. Up in Ohio, we did have good cheese. So Rick says, Bob, have you ever used Goya ham seasoning? No, I haven't. Is that like what they call a ham base? You know?
We were just talking about
Goya,
but yeah.
Like a ham base? I haven't, and I want to get some of that and use it.
Sandy. Ron says Sandy uses a ham base or something.
Yeah, my sister-in-law said she uses a ham base, but the Goya, I'll have to check and get some of that. Goya ham seasoning. Jeff says, and probably it will be goat cheese. That goat cheese is good. Actually, I was thinking, you know, Thanksgiving coming up, and I'm thinking maybe than getting a turkey this year, we'll just get a ham. And I like my ham very smoky, like a country ham, but they're expensive. And maybe we'll just get a ham, and then I'll throw it on the smoker and smoke it for 4 or 5 hours, and it gives it that much more. And then you know you're going to have leftovers, so then you can make the ham with beans, and that sounds like a good idea. So
We'll have to get a bag of beans.
Get a bag of beans, and Rick says Hickory Farm was the bomb. Yeah, I used to get a lot of Hickory Farm. I don't know if we have that down here, you know.
I don't think. I remember them in the malls whenever we'd go to the malls. Maybe in the malls they might.
Denny says add Tabasco sauce to your chili, and that does. Spice it all up, make it good. Scott said I use a lot of Goya Ceylon in my soups. I'll have to get some of that. So Rick says it's cooling off here finally. Time to break out the smoker. Yeah, it's time to get... I use a smoker pretty much year round, but I make these smoked stuffed jalapeno poppers wrapped with bacon, and they are so good. Put them on the smoker, and they are really great. Jeff B says goat cheese is the bomb. And Scott said Sazon. Is that Sazon? Is that a I'm thinking of something else.
Saffron?
Saffron? That's what I'm thinking of? No, Sazon. I'll have to check.
I don't know what that is.
Goya Sazon.
Huh.
I'll have to look that one up. Spices, cooking the spices are your thing, you know. Oh, Rick said we don't anymore up here. And Rick said I like to smoke tri-tip.
Tri-tip.
I've smoked shark. We used to go down to the docks there, and sometimes the guys would catch shark and they didn't want them, and they'd give them to you. Because a lot of people don't really like shark, and I put shark on the smoker, and it's pretty good on the smoker. I've done that before. And now Sue's hungry again.
Mom said shark. No, I don't want shark.
Oh, you don't like shark's really pretty good.
Probably not.
Yeah, it says ha ha.
I'm weird about food, seafood.
No, I like shark. You know, it's. I haven't went out deep sea fishing for such a long time, and go out there and get some snapper. You can get mangrove snapper and the red snapper. You only have to get them in season anymore. Cooking Rick, he says I tried smoking a fish, but I couldn't get it to light. They're hard. You got to get a really big hot lighter to get them to light. You know. Oh, Jeff B said I cook a lot with Greek seasonings. I like Greek food.
We have a nice Greek restaurant downtown Atlanta.
And we do. We have a really good Greek.
Oompa.
Jeff B says shark is very good. See, shark is good. I like it. Some people don't care for it. I'll tell you one thing I don't care for is go over here to the river and catch catfish. I'm just not crazy about these catfish we pull out of the St. John's River, you know. Oh, amberjack. Yeah, that's great. I love amberjack.
I don't know what that is.
Amberjack, it's a fish. But they're good. Amberjack's good fish.
When I grew up, you know what kind of fish we had? Gorton's fish sticks.
Oh, that really good fish, you know.
That's the kind of fish we had. And after my grandpa died. Before then, he would do a real first fish fry, and he'd fillet the fish, and he'd always serve bread with it. Denny will remember that because we're afraid of getting bones, so he always made us eat a bite of bread every time we took a bite of fish.
So you didn't get the bones in there.
Gorton's fish stick in the freezer.
In the freezer. Rick says I have a shark vacuum cleaner. A shark vacuum cleaner. You could smoke at, Rick. Throw your vacuum cleaner on the smoker.
We got the Gordon fish stick, man.
Where do you catch them at, Sue? So where do you catch your Gordon fish at?
I said in the freezer.
Oh, there's 7. Hey, 7, come aboard. Good evening, 7. I watched a couple of your videos actually today. She had the giveaway. She got all these containers, and it was fun watching her and her husband open up. She had I couldn't believe all the containers she was pulling out. She won this giveaway, and they sent her all these different containers. They kept pulling them out and pulling them out. I go, how many's in that? You ever see the thing where the clowns get out of the car and they keep coming and keep? That's the way these containers was coming out of this parking that has Dawn. That Dawn was pulling out, her and her husband. It was fun. Rick says, "Amen, Sue," and yeah, glad to see 7. Come on. Fish what, Jeff P?
Yeah.
So it's crazy. So Rick says, all this talk about smoking, now I want a cigar. You know, I don't smoke, but once in a while a cigar does sound good. You know? Oh, fish tacos. There's Country Road. Welcome aboard, Country Road. Yeah, fish tacos are good. You know, I never used to think I would like those, but they're very good. You know, I like that. And 7 says, laugh out, it's truth. Yeah, those containers were fun, you know. What you eating tonight? Well, we had, tonight we had soup, potato soup left over.
Discussion about soup.
So we got off on the food here tonight, and we've been talking, if you check out Dawn 7's Enough channel, she does a lot of restaurant reviews and some of her food. She always makes me hungry when she puts up a video. So he says, hi, Country Road. All this talk about smoking, I'm having a beer. Yeah, I like a good beer.
Who's having beer?
Oh, I wish I had one. I don't have any, you know. That Spanish rice and cheese, look, that was pretty good. I never done it with the mozzarella all over it. And it was pretty good that way. I liked that. That was an experiment that worked out well. Scott says, hogfish and yellowtail snapper are my favorite fish. Looking forward to eating some fish in Key West in January. Oh, I love you going down to Key West. Love Key West. My favorite place of all, every place I've ever been. Key West is the best. You know, it's better than Honolulu, Hawaii. So that's my opinion of Keys. I love it down there. Rick says, nice, Rick. And so Country Road says, hello, y'all.
I have to ask him where he lives. I can't remember where he said Country Road.
Oh, yeah.
Don lives near Kansas City or 7 lives near Kansas City.
Yeah.
And Jeff is in Tennessee.
Rick says, I had hot sausage hoagies with peppers and onions and marinara. I can't. Sometimes words just
that
get me.
sounds like what
That
you get at the
does.
fair.
That sounds. And our fair opens this week, so we're gonna go Thursday night to the fair. So maybe we'll shoot a video over to the fair. That opens on Thursday's a free night, so that's when we go. We go on the free night. Oh yeah, it's about Sue. 7 or Dawn says she can't hear about her knives. Sounds like Dawn needs tweezers for what I got her video. You check out her video, which they unpackaged that. Her husband said she needs tweezers everywhere. What do you use them for?
she was using to burn her face. And Bob got glass on his hand the other day from his phone. We needed tweezers.
Yeah, I broke my cell phone. I get a new cell phone. Jeff says
Culture
Jasmine
is here.
Rice. Is it, right? Oh yeah, Culture Lifestyle Travels here. Welcome aboard. Good to see you on this evening. We've got a full house here tonight.
Right.
Rick says, what fair? Where? Well, it's over here on 44, Rick. The Volusia County Fair. Opens Thursday. Thursday night's a free night, Rick. So if you're going down, that's the night to go. 4 o'clock it opens on Thursday, so and it'll be free.
Would you like me to... Go ahead. Finish. Sorry to interrupt.
And 7 says, yum.
Would you like me to tell my story about the Swiss Army
Well, I don't
knife?
know. I can't keep up with the comments
I would
tonight.
come over
You
here
know.
and talk to it.
Oh, plucking. So 7 does plucking.
I will type it, okay?
Yeah, type it in because the comments are coming fast. I can't keep up. Rick says our fairs are over for the year. See, they all come down here in Florida this time of year, and so our fair is just starting. It's about 2 weeks long, you know. High Culture, Lifestyle, and Travels, Sue, and everybody's saying hi to each other.
Yeah.
So, okay, cool. I work Thursday, but I'm off on the weekend. So, yeah, they have the fair starts. It goes through the next 2 weeks. Our fair does, and but like I said, we go on Monday night is the free night. So we'll go down to the fair on Monday and get something to eat. They got good food. Yeah, Jeff, nice crowd here this evening. It's probably the largest we've had. I don't know how many's on here. It says 11 right now. So, but yeah, we got a good crowd. Glad to see everybody come on this morning. On Cooking Rick says, Sue, help Bob out. Yeah, keep up with the chats.
I know. I'm typing my Swiss Army knife story.
Yeah, she's got a fun story about her Swiss Army knife. It was kind of cool. And the reason we said that because Dawn, 7's enough, she had this giveaway, and she got 2 Swiss Army knives in this giveaway that they won. And she wanted the tweezers out of each one. So Sue has a story about it. So Sue said my story about Swiss Army knife was in 2013 when I went to Europe for a month with a lady that I know from high school. And Rick says, hi everyone. Groupers, I love grouper. I have a story about grouper. I was working on a dock here several years back, and a guy caught a grouper, and if I wanted it, and he was working and hot, and I'd had to clean it, so I said no. Well, he was there the next day, and he threw it back. He didn't keep them, and the next day he says, did you think about that grouper last night? I go, yeah, I wish I would have took it. And he goes, well, if I catch one today, I'll give it to you. And so he didn't catch one. So I didn't get no groupers. So 11 likes should be up, you know, so that's cool. And if it comes out of the ocean, I love seafood. That's probably one of my favorite foods is seafood. Oh, thanks, Rick. He says, Bob, you and Sue are popular. We love you. Well, we love all you guys. It's so great to have. I remember when I first started doing a live chat, and you put it on, and nobody would come on, and it was a little disheartening. It's like, I don't know, nobody come on, you know. And I'm so tickled to how it's grown to what it is today. So it's and it's fun, you know. We come on here and chat about anything. We don't have no particular subject. We'll talk about anything. And so where do you live, Lucky? We're in just outside of Daytona Beach, a little town called DeLand, Florida. And we're about 15 miles west of Daytona Beach. Sue says when we went to Switzerland, someone recommended buying a Swiss Army knives and getting them personalized. So I bought one for my son and one for my son-in-law with their last names on. So she had them personalized. Rick says, isn't grouper a inflammation of the joints? It could be. You know, it could be. I don't eat enough of it. Probably my joints are inflamed anyways. So, but anyways, Sullivan said that's awesome. But she also she smuggled that knife back.
My story's coming. I did not smuggle it. I'm finishing my story. You have to wait for the end of the story. she's typing out her story. It's like, it's wonder she ain't in prison today. Just says, ha ha, Rick. So anyways, Culture Lifestyle Channel says it takes time to build a crowd like it. Yeah, it does. You have to stay patient and just keep with it, you know. And you know, having a YouTube channel, it has its ups and downs. You'll get highs and lows, and you just got to keep doing it, you know. And eventually, you'll get noticed, and it'll have a whole crowd. Which mine's starting to do that. I've been at it a little over a year on a regular basis. I had started this channel like 2008, but didn't do nothing with it, and just started doing it regularly a little over a year ago. So it's grown. So Sue says, we left Switzerland. I put them in my souvenir bag, in my suitcase, and I planned to check it at the gate when I was flying. Oh, and Culture says, the land nice, I love it there. I usually go to the airport to see the ultralights. Yeah, ultralights and the skydivers. Skydive DeLand. They start at 8 o'clock in the morning every day, unless the weather's bad, but they jump skydive all day. This afternoon they jumped out of a plane and had a big American flag they were carrying down. So we get that a show about every day. Rick says, grout Bob a joke. So Sue's on with it. We traveled through several other countries by bus. At the end, we flew to Ireland for a week, and I left the knives in my checked bag. And Culture Lifestyle says, do you I'll do it for you, and you have great followers. Yeah, my followers are great. It's amazing how devoted they are, you know, and I really appreciate that. So Susan says, however, I recognize my bags and needed to lighten them up, so my checked bags, I took out the souvenir bag with my knives, forgot about it, and at the time, and put them in my carry-on bag. Oh, remind me not to go through Sue with Sue through the airport. Yeah, she's fun. So that's cool. Yeah, so anyway, she took this knife, and what'd you go through? TSA? Yeah.
You can finish saying it.
I'm finishing it. I'm finishing it.
Well, you can say it if you want. It was just getting crowded there, and I know your stories get long.
All right, you want me to tell it now?
Yeah, go ahead and finish up.
Okay, have you read my last one?
Yeah, so she forgot them at the time and put them in her carry-on bags, her Swiss Army knives.
And they were in my carry-on bag. I put them in my carry-on. Security did not catch them when we flew from England to Ireland, and they did not catch them at the international checkpoint when we flew from Ireland to New York City. They were still in my carry-on bag at this time. Nobody caught them. We were ready to fly from New York. We were at LaGuardia, ready to fly from New York back to Akron-Canton Airport, our local town there in Ohio. And also, beyond that, my daughter-in-law asked me, every country I went to, she wanted me to pick her up a rock. So every country I went to, I picked up a little stone or rock and put them in my coat pocket. So I'm going through the security checkpoint, and I get flagged. and I see them looking at bags, and it's like, I'm thinking it's a person ahead of me. Finally, I get up there and they go, ma'am, do you have knives in your bag? And I go, no, I don't have knives. I forgot all about the Swiss Army knives. No, I don't have bags or knives in my bag. And they go, what's that? And I'm going, oh my God, those are my Swiss Army knives. So of course I got pulled aside.
Had to go through the whole thing.
Complete check. Took my didn't have to get undressed, but took my shoes off and everything. And then they want to go through my coat too. And so I take off, and as I'm handing my coat, I'm like, oh my God, I've got knives in my bag, I've got rocks in my in my coat, I am going to jail.
It's a wonder she isn't still in jail.
So I had to go clear back through security, and they bought my story.
And you got away with it.
I had to take the knives. They wouldn't let me carry them on. They had to go in my check bag, so I had to go clear out to the counter out front, have them put in my suitcase. They had to go and retrieve the suitcase that was already on the tarmac to put the knives in. In the meantime, my girlfriend is back there texting, "Oh my God, Sue's a terrorist. She's going to go." And it's like, gee, don't be saying that because...
So 7 says the moral of the story is U.S. has the safest security. And that's true. That's what it comes out to being.
Yes.
And Rick says, Bob, I said about the grouper to be infection. It's really called gout. I was making a joke. Okay. That one went right over me, Rick.
Yes, USA did catch it. It was
Rick said he's never flown in an airplane. That's interesting. I've flown quite a few times. I like flying, you know. And Jeff B says that makes me feel really safe, Sue.
My little Swiss Army knife.
And Culture says that's scary thought about security. Well, you know, security isn't always secure, but for that, like you know, Don says our security was better. They caught it, you know.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, ours
it was safe. I mean, I'm not sure. I'm trying to think where I might have had them when I flew to Ireland. I might have still had them in my check bag. So it didn't matter. You're allowed to have them in your check bag, not your carry-on. The problem was I had them in my carry-on at the end. So, it was wild.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, so we are the same. Jeff says I subbed you, Culture. I think I've subbed you. If I don't, I'm going to have to do it. You know, if you, I was going to mention that before, if you go to your chat here and there's like a 3 little thing comes up,
yeah,
and it says go to the channel, you can go to someone's channel. It'll pop you right over. That wasn't...
Matter of fact, I'll do it right now.
And then you can, if you want to sub somebody, you can go right over and sub them from there. So that's that's what I'm going to try to do here. Go over in Culture. I think I did, but
Culture, yeah, I'm going to his right
no, I haven't. So I am now. I'm subscribed to Culture, Lifestyle, and Travel.
Gotcha.
So I'm now one of your subs. So
we can get away at Orlando KOA.
Scott says, what grounds are near you in DeLand? Well, we have a there's a campground right down the road by the Speedway. There's actually 2 of them. One of them's right beside the flea market. What's the name of that one? They changed the name of it. It used to be a KOA.
Is it Daytona or Raceway KOA? Right.
But it's no longer a KOA. They changed the name of it. You know.
But it's still Raceway something or other. You
Then
want me to look it up?
There's another one here on International Speedway just up the road. I think it's called Speedway Campground.
That's it, I think. Oh, there's one right on. It's International RV Park. There's that big one that's on the right-hand side.
Yeah, International RV Park. And then there's one just over from here. Remember we got the propane filled? That was a KOA.
What was that one called?
It was on Route 472. So yeah, there is several ones, but probably the closest one's right down here, close to the Speedway. It's about 15 miles, but that's the closest one to here. Oh, Rick said he Cooking Rick, Jeff subbed to him too. Cool. That's good. That's good to support everybody's channel. And again, if you're not to Don's Cooking 7 is Enough, hit the sub to Don's channel. Cooking is enough. Or 7 is enough. Cooking is enough. 7 is enough. Rick says, thank you guys. I'm 52 today. So Rick turned 50. Happy birthday, Rick. I remember when I was turned 52. That's been a few years ago.
Well, thanks everybody for subbing to each other's channels. It's really good. 7, you look like you're really coming up there. You're doing really good.
Yeah, 7's channel's growing right along. It's on it.
Get nice comments on her videos too, which is good.
So Scott has been trying to get Alex at Culture to do a trip to Lake O.
Is that Ontario?
Lake Ontario?
Or Orlando. I think Ontario.
Lake O. Oh, you're welcome, Rick. No problem. You know, I usually try to quit having birthdays, but for some reason they keep coming every year, you know.
My daughter's is tomorrow.
Oh, that's right, Sue's daughter. Rick says old fart. Yeah, after a while you get proud to be an old fart because you earned it. You know, it took you all those years to get there. So, you know, you earned that, you know. Oh, Lake Okeechobee, okay. That's nice down. You know, in trouble with Lake Okeechobee, the lake sets, there's like a dike around it. And to see out over the lake, you really can't see right over the lake on Lake Okeechobee. Actually, I decided the next time that we make a trip down to the Keys, rather than taking 95 down, there's another off-road that goes down through Lake Okeechobee that I'm going to take that way down the next time I go down to the Keys, and probably try to take a little extra time. It's not that far. It's about a 5-hour drive here to the Keys, but it's still, when you go down 95 and get through Miami, it gets pretty hairy there, all the traffic in Miami and that.
Bye, Denny.
Oh, see you later, Denny. Glad to see Denny come aboard. Oh, I hope we helped you, Don. It's like we try to help each other grow and that. So Rick says I'll be right back, getting some beer back to nature. Yeah, and she has a very cute channel. I love her channel. Her and her husband, when they get together and talk, they're such a cool couple, you know. So Sue says, Scott, are you coming down to the Keys in January?
He said something about that, I thought.
And Culture Lifestyle says, you know, we had the wrong account. If you want to see more videos, you can sub to this account at Bike. I know our brother has been trying to figure out something fun for the kids to do, and like, yeah, I'm not sure what's around that area a lot.
I don't know either.
Yeah, it's like UK says and so Culture says one day I'll do a quick run around the lake for you, brother. Oh, thanks, Don. And everybody saying bye, Denny. Yeah, we're gonna get out here shortly here. We come up an hour. After about an hour, my voice gets kind of scratchy, you know. But it's been a cool chat tonight. We had fun talking about cooking, a little bit of everything else, and
Swiss Army knives.
Swiss Army knives, and also he's heading to Keys in January. It's a great time down there, you know. It's weather's usually really great there again. I do want to do another trip down to the Keys. It's just it's not that far for us, and it's just a great place to go, you know. Oh, Jeff, see nothing on my channel. Oh, well, Jeff, you can put up some of your drone videos. You know, I started putting videos up, just a place to store them, and so that's how I kind of got started. So you can do that, Jeff. Upload your. Okay, UK, goodbye. We'll see you guys later. I think we're gonna go ahead and get out here for tonight. It's been a cool chat. Seven says, have a great night. Loving getting to be part of your chats. I love having everybody on here. It's been awesome. I think tonight's probably had the most on here so far, which is so cool. I love it. So yeah, we're gonna get out of here for now. We'll be on again next Thursday morning, 8 a.m. and that'll be our next one. Culture says, if you click on my logo, you can see my videos on the correct account. I switched it so you guys can enjoy some of my videos. Good, we'll do that. Good night, Rick. So again, if anybody watching this later on after the live chat's over, if you want to leave a comment, you can leave it in the comment section. And if you're not subscribed, I invite you to hit subscribe. Yeah. And check out everybody else's channels. We got a lot of good YouTubers on here tonight that have channels there, and I invite you to subscribe to all of them. So we'll see everybody again on Thursday, 8 a.m. Everybody have a good week, and so we'll everybody subscribe, hit everybody else's channel. We'll talk to everybody next Thursday.
Bye, y'all.
Bye, y'all.